Grant Metters will kick it away. We'll have 4 15-minute quarters with a running clock till we get to the final 2 minutes of each half. Fair catch called for at the 9. It's Green against White for the all-time starts record. Knicks with 61. Tez Johnson, they get it quickly to him, and that's a connection we expect to see a lot this year, Coach.
Yes, and a nice, easy completion for.
It's Casper, who switches over to the right side, and Gabriel on the slant to Tez Johnson again. And he is brought down by Eric Week. Coach, he said, hey, these guys should be getting ready for their prom and their mom making them a peanut butter sandwich. Instead, they're going one-on-one with the likes of Tez Johnson.
Absolutely, and that was a great comment by Will, because, you know,
Our first look at Gabriel in a 3rd and short situation. He's from the island of Oahu, Mililani High School, and the pitch to Jaden Lamar, who gets the first down and more.
Cracked by the receiver.
Gabriel looking downfield, going deep toward the sideline. Intended for Casper. Incomplete. Kyler Casper, sophomore for Brill, with Lamar in the backfield with him. And back across to his right. And it'll be 4th down. Yogi. Ross James to punt. Last year, highest average punt in Ducks history. That's 48.4 yards per punt. And it's into the end zone. Jordan James in the backfield with him. Looking for a quick, easy completion, and they get it to Trayshawn Holden. And they pick up 6.
Coming out of high school, the expectations are ridiculous as they hand it off here on the inside zone, but the expectations are so big, and everybody thinks you're going to be Trevor Lawrence coming out, and of course that was communicating to the quarterback.
In headset communication, available in the NFL for decades. It's now available to be used in college football, and so the Ducks are using it here in their spring game. And
The one guy I want to watch in this game is number 1, right there at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, Jordan Birch. And he comes.
All Pac-12 honorable mention last year, led the Ducks with 7.5 tackles for loss. This is James, who gets around the corner, and he's got himself a big gain into Green territory, and finally knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
How about for that number 2? But again, this position in this program, you got to play at a high level. Look at this.
Birch chasing him down, flushed out to the sideline, and it's to James, but he was out of bounds. 3rd and 10 coming. And now Jordan James comes over to join Dante Moore.
All day long.
We're looking over the middle, and it's complete. That was to actually dropped by Terrence Ferguson. 49-yard attempt for Grant Metters, the redshirt freshman from Bakersfield, California.
Get there.
Got the leg. And it's good. And so the white team is on the board first. 49-yard field goal from Grant Metters. Consider one of the top.
I'm a soccer player, guys.
Okay, Matt, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Post-game concert, Matt Carney. You know his song "Coming Home." It's in New York. They've got New York, New York, Los.
Absolutely.
Takes the handoff to the D2 transfer Harris, and then he dumps it off to Kenyon Sadiq.
Receiving core, we've seen it quite some time within this program.
Will Stein says it's the best receiving room he's ever been a part of. And Gabriel gets tagged by Ben Roberts.
Tight ends.
Gabriel throwing it downfield, looking for Sadiq, Casper, in fact, and it going to be a pass interference.
Kyle Casper, he's so long. This is another guy that even got some rookies, 4 freshmen, mid-year enrollees at wideout.
First carry for the D2 transfer, Jay Harris, Northwest Missouri State, and he picks up 5.
You know, Coach said something to me, and then you watch the duck and the swoosh and all the things that Oregon do offensively. He went D2, as you referenced, Rich, thrive last year, and now he's making a case to get some burn this coming fall.
And here he is again, getting around the corner.
Number 95.
Fakes the handoff to Harris, throwing it downfield, down the seam, and it's incomplete. Intended for Evan Stewart.
Thing he said to Bo Nix, we're going to give you the keys. Keys to this car. Look at these weapons as they go empty.
And it's complete to Evan Stewart. So he has his first. Justice Lowe moves over to the right. Gabriel finds Tez Johnson, who gets tripped up. Second down at 23 for Gabriel. Johnson, motion man. They fake the jet sweep, throw it over the middle, and nearly picked off.
Nobody underneath.
Tez Johnson was in the near side slot.
They're going to give him the sack.
Jaden Lamar, yeah, he got touched.
The end of anything, and I'm just so excited. So, but definitely, got a chance to sit back and think about all the great times, and now I can say, back in my college days, well, it makes me seem old. So
Allows players to develop like that.
well, this is just hallowed grounds, really. The excellence breeded here is just completely by the culture and everything about Oregon. I mean, we have such amazing coaches. You look at Coach
Forrest Johnson, last year's Remington Award winner, and a miscommunication on the snap with Austin Novosad in the game at quarterback, and he chucks it out of bounds.
That was a very.
Yeah, well, look, they just made this a focus for this program. See Novosad.
He finds Jordan James, who's knocked out of bounds by Kobe Savin.
In the college football playoff.
Definitely, I agree.
I'm putting it on him right now.
Little push pass. That is Trayshawn Holden. And not much gain there. Holden changing uniform number.
Since Dante Moore came here, it's all about competing for number 16.
And that was dropped by Ferguson. So Ferguson with a couple of drops in this one.
Said about dropping that ball, but I tell you what, that guy's a monster, and he is tough to bring down.
Novosad on 3rd and 10. Looking downfield.
Tough
Was
decision.
intended for Jurion Dickey, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Dakota Fields. Fields, a true freshman, bringing it back. Fields has some wheels, no doubt. And he gets a little touch tackle from the quarterback, Austin Novosad.
Well, it's a nice play by Field, but this is a poor decision by the quarterback into double coverage, back across his body. There was just nothing there. You got to just take the negative play, throw it out of bounds, live to see another down, throws it up, gives Dickey an opportunity. But as you referenced, Dakota Fields, who this staff is excited about, he can erase guys, as Coach Tough.
Sarah in San Mateo, where Tom Brady went. And this is Jay Harris. We've got a flag in the backfield.
It's probably going to be a hold.
Hoosiers every offensive line position except for center. Big shoes to fill with Stephen Jones. There's Harris. Tough to bring down. Multiple flags on the play. Is that a face mask?
Yes.
One-time Rams quarterback, though he does have a brother named Roman Gabriel. Head off to Jaden Lamar. Lamar gets around the corner. Gets up to about the 10-yard line. Picks up maybe 3 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Get that 3. Overload here.
Pancho Lalulu, the center, and they swing it outside. Tez Johnson gets inside the 5-yard line.
How many times did we see that exact move a year ago? A staple play in this offense. Motion going one way, they come back the other side, put the brakes on.
And look at this formation into the boundary.
On 2nd down, Harris gets it up toward the goal line, close, but not quite.
That was one of those.
Diving toward the goal line, and Harris gets dragged down by tight end for the white team.
Run weak, lead weak.
Jaden Lamar gets hit at about the 1-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and goal as the white team looks for a goal line. Roger Salamaga. And this is Jaden Lamar, who gets into the end zone finally on 4th down. So just a spring game, but Lamar gets into the end zone here at Autzen Stadium in front of this good crowd.
And what I really liked about those plays, I know it took them a few to get in, but two backs, tight ends in the game, quarterback under center, play action pass, and hard ball downhill runs is what you need in the
Oregon State transfer, one of 11 players that used the portal to come in to play for the Ducks.
going to do.
This is Gary Bryant Jr. and the white team will have it at the 25.
So let's talk a little bit about
Tackle to have success offensively.
Dante Moore swings it out to Jordan James. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet.
That's not easy, especially with two different guys.
Only 5 sacks allowed last year. And there's the touch football sack with Dante Moore out.
But they're playing over quarter halves.
Pocket collapsing on Moore. There's a completion to Terrence Ferguson. Third target for him.
At that point, because I'm telling you right now, I've seen 3 practices, and these 3 quarterbacks, what a great hit there.
Major hit by Zach Grisham.
Yeah.
Just keep watching Conerly, man. I mean, he is awesome every snap. The Mushroom Club coach, they're getting excited. There's a nickname so far.
Yeah, well, they got a free guy there. Sorry. I'll tell you what, if you're going to win football games, you have to be able to run the ball.
Bar and Grill coach. I know you've been to a few times. Entrepreneur, running back, one-handed
It's a
grab.
great place. Right across the street from Matthew Knight Arena. And that was dropped by Jordan James. Dot today, the one who would have communication with the sideline. On a slant, that was intended for Bryant and broken up. Jabbar Muhammad, the Washington transfer.
Yeah, problem to have.
Luke Dunn, native of Australia, punts it away. Fair catch for Tez Johnson. Austin Novosad out for a second series. Hands it off to Lamar. And he picks up 5.
Okay, now look, he's trying to get moving here. Trying to get a play.
Austin Novosad out for a second series. Tez Johnson in motion. Handoff to Lamar, who cuts it back in. And brought down just short of the first down. Ford. Richard, freshman from Dripping Springs, Texas. That's complete to Justice Lowe.
Communication is rolling, and here come the Ducks.
And we've talked a lot about Dylan Gabriel and Dante Moore, but they are very high on Austin Novosad. Very high on him. They have raved about.
From Baylor to Oregon, December of 2022. Notre Dame wanted them. Texas A&M wanted them. Lamar cuts it back in and picks up maybe a yard, maybe 2. It'll be third down. Minute 14.
That's talking to the headset of Jeffrey Bossa.
Incomplete. Ross James punt.
You're exactly right, Rich. But I tell you what's not vanilla. Oregon has almost shifted and most successful. You probably let the clock run out.
Let's see what Dante Moore can do. And it's complete to Gary Bryant Jr., who breaks 1 tackle. To the sideline, and it's complete to Gary Bryant. Checks down to Jordan James.
But how about
ahead to the
that?
49-yard line.
A year ago, UCLA probably doesn't make that check down. Tries to
13 seconds, and he does appear to be very calm, but they got to take a shot.
And he's gonna. And it's a touch football sack here in the spring game.
well covered too, and that, as much as you want to love up the guys up front, which we do, because that's been a big question mark. How are they going to replace Brandon Dorless and all the production they had a year ago? Nice job up front, but the coverage in the back, nowhere to go. A lot of talented coaches, and to me, I just love not only his work ethic, his determination, but how he connects to players. And not just because he's younger, but how he really spends time to learn about who they are. And I think we're in an era now where players are not
running that scout team, and he pointed at Dan Lanning. He said he felt about an inch tall.
Every young coach has been there, right, Coach? I can remember one too, man. You got a couple?
That's a thankless job, I'll tell you that, running the scout team.
And then I go back to those DNA traits of connection, growth, toughness, and sacrifice. See Novosad dealing out to the sideline, but the connection one is huge. The screen.
Saw a completion from Jurion Dickey. It's a screen to Bryant, actually a lateral who faked a pass downfield and takes it ahead of the 45.
I think it was
Ritter in the backfield along with Novosad. Fakes the handoff to Hassan Ritter. It's over the middle to Ferguson. You're Colin Ford Yogi. And he's got it. Tough to bring down. What a matchup he is. A matchup nightmare. 6'5", 255. Teams, the redshirt freshman, Dripping Springs, Texas. Gets it out to Jurion Dickey, his second reception. And he picks up a couple of yards. Dickey, the redshirt freshman from East, over on the right side now. 3 receivers left, and Terrence Ferguson right.
split out again.
Novosad looking downfield, intended for Ferguson. Unable to bring it in.
How about that? From the
Tatum
initial
Tuioti in the
formation.
field. Let's see what Novosad has on 3rd down and 8. Over the middle, complete to Bryant. Bryant gets the first down. Great. Novosad, and it's complete.
Back shoulder.
Jeremiah McClellan, the true freshman from St. Louis.
We can adjust and stay inbounds.
Absolutely. Here they go.
This is Jordan James, leading returning rusher, and he's into the end zone. And the white team takes the lead.
Great surge by the left side of that line, Rich, because the running back didn't even get touched. And usually on a goal line situation, there's going to be some bodies there.
How about the interior D lineman too, Amari?
And it's good, a 10-7 lead.
Juiced up. You're working your tail off for 14 practices. Now you get this.
Now the green team's chance to respond. Dillon Gabriel seems to be the same way. It's Kenyon Sadiq.
And I believe it. The tight ends, receivers. Ooh, a little flea
It's
flick.
back to Gabriel. And it's complete to Evan Stewart. Head for first down. Justice Lowe called in with Gabriel under center. Handoff to Jay Harris, the D2 transfer. And he got tripped up.
So often in NFL locker rooms, as we see Dillon Gabriel dropping back, checking it down, a little swing screen. So often in NFL locker rooms, as you know, there's pride for where you went to school. What's it like for you, having been in multiple NFL locker rooms?
Just coming from a great organization like this and with great past and a great future ahead of us, there's a lot that you can brag about and you should brag about. You should always feel confident about the school that you went to. And
Of at least 15 sacks and 5 interceptions. He could do it all. And again, only player to lead the Ducks in tackles 4 consecutive years. Gabriel flushed out. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up. Lives now in Nashville. Gabriel looking to the corner, and it's intended for Evan Stewart.
It's a great one-handed catch, but he's ran out of real estate.
It's going to be a PI as well. Some contact there.
Take it right.
Yeah, he hasn't do a lot of push-ups today. You know, he's all right.
Dillon Gabriel engineering another one.
Inside.
And it's Justice Lowe.
Little RPO action, and you're in, a safety on the wide receiver. That's a tough matchup.
Atticus Sappington's point after. That makes it 14-10 Green. Justice
2010 and Jeff Mail. And I think they're just going to continue the trend as they enter the Big Ten with skill position players making plays and collecting some hardware.
Backer, so he's got a lot of versatility, and I see him helping on special teams right away.
Jabal Hill makes it 8 Ducks drafted. And this is the true freshman, Luke Moga, into the game at quarterback out of Phoenix and Sunny Slope High. Bryson Gibbons spins back in a nice move and a big gain for Gibbons. Gibbons with some open field in front of him. And he gets in. Bryson Gibbons with a touchdown. The junior from Kansas City and a transfer from Missouri Western. Bryson Cobbins, 5'8", 195. And he gets in for the touchdown.
How about this cut right here, Coach? Off the backside of that right tackle. And then how about who shows up in the screen? Watch, here comes the quarterback. Exactly, this dude can fly. And Luke Moga's a 10-5 guy, and he said, hey, I might be able to beat you. Troy Dye.
Almost at the line of scrimmage, and the backside over pursued, and young man.
Bryson Cobbins all smiles. Why not?
We got a good ball game.
Yeah, we
back
do.
and forth, back and forth.
We get a look at the walk-on redshirt freshman Brock Thomas. Lofts it out.
About 3 yards outside so they can adjust. Some big play opportunities for the Ducks.
Second down and 10 for Brock Thomas. Man in motion. And that right in the backfield. 3rd and 13. What does Brock Thomas have in store? Dumps it off to Harris. Picks up about 6 before being wrestled down.
Yeah, and the defense is going to give you that on third.
There's certainly some positive, but certainly some negative that we're going to go coach. I like the physicality you guys are playing with right now. You know, I think we can operate a little bit cleaner. You know, there's been some errant snaps, there's been some drops, but over more. We'll take as many as we can get.
Coach, how about the draft? I know you're in it here, but we've seen some guys come off the board over the last hour and a half or so. What has it been like for you? You flew.
We had a lot of fun. That was a good trip, and what an awesome moment for Bo. What an awesome opportunity for Tez to be able to get to see that, and their families be a part of that. They've been unbelievable to Oregon, so glad we got to share that moment with them.
Sing it all, get up on stage, and
I don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. I haven't sang in a long time, so should be fun.
Okay, Dan, thanks a lot.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great one.
Hey, all right, good luck.
Schedule now might be a little different than when I did it, but I'm pretty sure they will go out for 4 weeks and recruit.
Dante Moore on 3rd and 7.
This team, I think they told me they had 105 players for spring football. That's one heck of a pump.
Yes, it is.
Scramble, climbing in the pocket.
Has it off to Jay Harris.
And we should see a fantastic finish here, 17-14 score, wide ahead. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Jeffrey Bassa.
Country, another guy who considered leaving early, said he got his NFL draft grade. His reports, you know what, I don't really like it. Nice little run up the gut there, another flag, but kind of has come back to work. And he's been to full-time head coach, really talented linebacker coach as well.
Moga on a slant. Yeah, that was his complete. After his sophomore year of high school, hit the weight room working on his upper body during the injury. That's downfield. And it is incomplete. That one. It him 2 weeks later, after the first 4 football games of Trent Ferguson's life, he attended the Ducks game against Washington, and they offered him a full-ride scholarship. His head was spinning. He had no idea.
But also Jaquan, they call him Shaq McCroy.
I've recruited
Wrestler with a catch. Wrestler inside the 10, and he gets blasted.
I've recruited many a young man that played basketball and didn't play much football. Igor Olszewski's one that stands out. Played 1 year of, maybe 1.5 years of football at St. Ignatius, and ended up playing D-line for us and going on in the NFL. Jeffrey Mill was an outstanding basketball player as well.
It's a keep from Moga. Moga gets to the pylon, and touchdown. Luke Moga showing his legs and putting the green team back in front.
How about that speed around the edge? Yeah, defense is saying, hey, easy down. We just tagged off on him, but no. Give him the 6, and here we go with the back and forth here in the fourth quarter, Coach.
I love it.
Luke Moga's only been playing.
And now we got the white going to work.
He'll kick it off. .7:23 to go, and now it's the white team's chance to respond. So after a 7
Had the hard focus on that.
Jordan James.
Who can get off? Who's going to be that guy for the Ducks?
Novosad looking downfield for James, incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing to evaluate today has been
Want these guys to get better because they're seeing different type of drops, different pass rushes.
Novosad finds Ferguson for a first down. He's stopped at the 40-yard line.
I think the white's playing to win. Not that the green's not.
What about getting Terrence Ferguson involved in the offense even more next year? Novosad, nice pass right down the seam. And it's complete. Some freshman DBs that have been involved pretty heavily too. There's a completion right into traffic, and that's to a redshirt freshman, Travis Brashear from Inglewood, California.
Nice cover.
Novosad working quickly, and that one's broken up by Nico Reed.
Nice play by Reed.
Novosad. James in the backfield. Play action. Complete to James, coming out of the backfield. James stays on his feet, gets inside the 20, inside the 10. Barreling his way inside the 5-yard line with a big hit on Nico Reed.
I don't think it matters in this program. No matter the practice, the environment, you better bring it.
Fake to Hassenritter, and that one's batted down by Tyler Turner. Richard.
So right now,
This has been a lot of lead week, two-back lead week.
This is Hassenritter trying to put the white team in front, and did not get in. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Hassenritter, the tailback again.
Oh,
Fake to him. Novosad
roll away.
flushed out, and it'll be 4th down and goal.
and this is going to want.
I'd have ran it on 3rd down. You got 1 yard. You got to make 1 yard on 2 runs. Now they got to make it on 1 run.
Zach Grace, the lead Bronco, the fullback, and they bring down Hassenritter in the backfield. A goal line stand.
Situational mastery at hand.
Yeah, and you got a young quarterback backed up on his own 2.
This is Dylan Gabriel back in the game at quarterback for the green team, going downfield, and he's got his man.
I didn't see him.
Evan Stewart moves it across the 50-yard line. Kenyon Sadiq. Sadiq leaps over the defender and jumped right over Solomon Davis. Jaden Lamar out to the left, and we had a false start. A false start against George Silva, the senior from Torrance, California.
False start.
Looks to it.
Take over for Jackson Powers Johnson at center. Gabriel checks it down and has his man, Jaden Lamar, inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I'd fit as many offensive linemen as he could.
Gabriel finds it to Justice Lowe, and Lowe picks up 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. In terms of passing yards, total yards, passing touchdowns, total TDs, got to have the similar year to what Bo Nix had last year, as that was to Evan Stewart.
The ruling on the field
So much
is an
exposition.
incomplete pass.
Clock at 5. See what Gabriel can make out of this. And it's complete.
How about that? I mean, it's just
But they're acting like they're behind here at the tail end of the spring game. That's lofted, and it's to Kyler Casper, but he was out of the end zone.
Yeah, he's going to want this.
Right? 2nd and 10 from the 24. On a slant, there's a completion inside the 5, inside the end zone. Jay Harris and Dillon Gabriel engineers a long drive inside 2 minutes.
And when you can move a running back out in space and he can catch the ball on a slant route.
Come on now, you're exactly right. I mean, they take such pride in cross-training running backs, receivers, tight ends, receiver, fullback on display right
here. Jay Harris. I think he's been one of the stars of this spring game.
Well, his feet going up against some premier rushers was impressive for me today. He is a premier offensive tackle in the country.
All right, winding it down here with the green
for what is natural, right? Performance anxiety, everybody's going to feel it. If you ever played this game, put a helmet on in front of 40, 50,000 people, you're going to get excited. And nobody really overtried today, Coach.
Completion from Dante Moore to Gary Bryant, now with under 10 seconds. Dante Moore trying to avoid the touch. That's football rules on the quarterback. The quarterback, and they let him go. And that's it, Dante Moore into the end zone. I guess it counts.
That is awesome. That is awesome, if that's the rule.
Good show all the way around. And Dante Moore, the UCLA transfer, known as a pocket guy, but he escapes the pocket. He escapes the touches of his foes.
Hey, great discipline by the defense, right? Hey, they said don't touch the QBs. Nobody touched the QBs today.
I'm sure they wanted to hit him.
Oh, golly.
They didn't even get close to the DB. They've been warned, stay away from the quarterbacks.
Oh, that's great.
Gentlemen, it has been a blast working with you. I have absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I had a great time myself. What a wonderful day.
What a wonderful day being with the legend, Coach Aliotti, and watching this program that can reach incredible heights this season. And I don't